Why am I doing this? Is it really worth to be doing this? Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Joseph, for those that don't know me, and I just finished my first year as a Boston College student. I am a computer science major. Okay, this rain, like seriously, like this is the worst day to film. I'm not even joking. Anyways, and this video is gonna be all about my first year and the experience that I had at BC. This video is not all about specifically BC, but generally for high school students, specifically high school seniors that are about to graduate and are a couple months away from moving into their next 4 years of their life at college. And so this video is going to help those people out. Now, first up is academics. Academics are completely different from high school to college, even though some people might think it's similar in some ways and different in other ways. However, a lot of what you're going to be doing in college takes a lot of time to adjust, and that's something that I personally had to go through this year. So a lot of academics is based on your motivation and your drive, which leads towards more mental, like being strong mentally going into college, because there are a lot of times, especially in my experience, where it seems like a lot of things aren't going your way, and it's really up to you to figure that out because you're not living with your parents, you don't have your friends from high school. A lot of that responsibility is on you. And so I think it's really important to drive home the fact that high school is over. College is a completely different new experience. And so you have to approach it in a way that is going to help you succeed and to succeed at college. Because I think first year at college is usually the hardest because it's a lot of time and a lot of things to adjust to. Also with academics in college, it's not like there's a test like every month and a half. There are rarely times that you're going to have exams, but when those times occur, it becomes very, very stressful. In college, we have midterms and we have finals, which are usually like the big boy exams, like exams that weigh a lot of your grade, like 25 up to like 35% of your grade, in terms of like the final exams near the end of the semester. Those times are usually the most stressful because when you have a lot of classes, in college, there's a lot of exams to study for in a very short amount of time. And so making sure that you're mentally good going into those periods will help you succeed better on those exams and get better grades. Last thing about academics is it's okay to seek help. There are plenty of times this semester where I've gone to my teaching assistants or I've gone to the professor themselves to understand the content. Like, it is okay because most professors and most universities are going to have those support systems for you in case you are struggling. Specifically with Boston College, we have a tutoring center that helps with tutoring for many subjects. And so if you're struggling in a subject, there are always people to help you. And I think that's also something big to understand. And a huge asterisk on this one: go to office hours. Like, obviously you don't have to go to office hours like every single week, but go to office hours. Try to like ask questions because that will help your learning so much better, and that'll help you along down the line when you're studying for finals and midterms, and you remember that one office hour session that really helped you understand the concept, and so you'll actually have that concept going into when you study for these exams. And so academically, like, there are some things that are similar like high school. I think in terms of like course load and coursework, it's not too much different, but the like magnitude and the difficulty of the work I think is a lot more different depending on which major you're going for. Like, as a computer science major, it's difficult. Computer science is supposed to be hard. But if you're, I don't know, like an arts major, that looks different because like if you're a theater major or a music major, that looks a lot different than a STEM major. So it really depends on like what major you're going for and such. Second on the list is socially. Now, it seems pretty daunting to be in a completely new place where you're not at high school. And so you pretty much leave all your friends behind from high school and you go to college, and it's a completely new place, new people from all over the world. Obviously, a lot of them are all over the United States, but there are also international students from many different countries. And so it becomes very overwhelming. So my first tip going in as a first year is to be open-minded. Be open-minded to who like you can meet within the first couple of weeks. Usually what happens is everybody moves in and everybody is like really nervous because they're going to a completely new place. Even though some people like live close by, it's still like really daunting to just be in a place where there's so many new people around you. You don't know faces, and it can get scary. The biggest tip that I can share is to just be open to talking, like open to starting conversations. Even just a simple hello, like my name is Joseph, like what is your name? Like that sort of stuff is so helpful, because then someone might be more open to talking to you, and that could be the start of a long-term friendship that goes for the rest of college. And so being like being the first one to say like hello to others will help like other people around you start doing that, but also for you to find those people that you want to be with. People are going to come in with expectations of who they want to be with. And so like if they're not up to your expectations, that's okay. Like that means they're just not your cup of tea in terms of friendships. And so, you start looking around more. And I think another thing that kind of occurs is like some people don't find their friend group until like second semester. For me, that was kind of the case, not really the case. It was like kind of iffy for me. I did know and have a lot of people to talk to in first semester, but I think second semester was when I really started to make like really good friendships that, are gonna go on for the rest of college, and hoping to, make even more friendships going to my sophomore year, which, is a long way away. It's like 3.5 months, but who cares? Friendships are super important because that will help the other part of your college experience, which is being with friends, being with amazing people, and just getting great experiences at whatever college you're going to go to. Whether that is, at BC where I go, or where, you go to other schools in Boston, or you go to a completely different state, in California or in Arizona or in Florida, any other college, the experiences come from the people. And it's how you use the college resources, but also like how you meet people allows you to have an amazing experience in college. And so having a good start, in the first couple of weeks where everybody doesn't really know anyone, is really going to put you ahead of the curve and allow you to meet those people that you want to be with for the rest of college, which I think is amazing. I think what's also important is leaving behind your high school life. Like it is okay to still have friends in high school. Like I'm not saying like, oh, completely forget about high school. But usually what happens is when you leave high school and go into college, most of your high school friends aren't going to be your friends anymore. That's just plain simple. At least for me, like I have a couple friends here at my hometown, when I went to high school with them. But most of the friends that I actually have, I don't talk to them anymore because... All right, looking back on my footage, I feel like I was a little too bold in the fact of when I was talking about kind of forgetting about high school. Like it is okay to have high school friends and to still have like those best friends that you created in high school during college. But I think the biggest thing that you should be going into college with is to focus on meeting new people, because college is usually the place where you get to meet those really like good people and people that you're gonna possibly like live the rest of your life with. And so I think it's more important to put focus on that rather than putting focus on friendships that weren't even like that huge in high school. Obviously, if you're like best friends with someone in high school, I encourage you to keep that up, because that's like really precious to have from high school. But don't go into college thinking like everybody from high school is gonna continue talking to you and continue to be with you. Quite frankly, like high school to college is completely different, because in college you get to meet all these different people from all these different places. In high school, especially if you go to like a public, like district high school, you're gonna be only with people that live in the town or towns that you live in. And so college allows you to kind of branch out and not just be so confined to like one group of people in one place, but whole new group of people in so many different places. And so it's so important to keep in mind that like most of your friends are probably not going to talk to you because they're going to be focused on making new friends. And that's what you should be doing too. And so those are some tips that I kind of learned throughout my first year in college. I hope those tips were helpful. If some of them were like unclear or anything, feel free to like leave a comment on the video and I will try to answer them as fast as I can. If you have any questions about like your first year of college or approaching your first year of college as like a high school senior, drop them down in the comments and I'd be happy to like answer those questions. But that's it. That's it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like more content like this, or if you have any inquiries about like content in the future, I'm always looking for video ideas. So leave them down in the comments as well. Of course, like the video, subscribe if you like this content, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.